good evening and welcome to another segment of What's Trending on Some TV, the pulse of the nation, your favorite station for entertainment, sport news, and journalist hangout. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of What's Trending on Some TV again. Once more, I'm your anchor for today's program, What's Trending, Teresa Ayubaduse, aka Tessie Stone. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I'm alone today in the studio, but at least I have my viewers with me. So, ladies and gentlemen, do well to follow us on Facebook at Some TV and on YouTube at Some TV Live. And again, there will be a phone number displayed on the screen. Also, I can't be alone in the studio. You can also join me in the studio by calling in or sending an SMS so we can chat and roll together. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope today I find you doing well this wonderful evening because today is Thursday and the weather here in Jalingo is chill and okay. So bless God for the wonderful weather. And I hope my people in Jalingo have been attending the program panel. If you haven't done that, you're missing a lot because a lot of things are going on out there. So please do well to attend church programs, it will help a lot. And in Jalingo specifically, Jalingo people are really on fire right now. So the devil is a liar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me not bug you with too much talk. Let's dive into what's trending on social media. Just as I said, the number will be displayed on our screen. You can call in and air out your own opinion concerning the stories I have for you today. All right, let me dive into what's trending right now. My husband is threatening my life, Ivan Okoro said. Award-winning Nollywood actress Ivan Okoro has made a public plea for help regarding her marriage to Prince Chizoba, citing threats to her life. Recall that the couple traditionally tied the knot on April 13, 2025 in Ivan Okoro's hometown. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the video for more details and more information concerning the story.
Anymore. I'm living in fear. Something strong is happening to me. And if I don't come out to say it, I don't know where I will be tomorrow. I know a lot of people will laugh at me. I don't care. My life is more important to me. The shoe that I took home is not my size. Chibuzo Erikife is threatening me that if I leave him, he will buy me. I've written a petition about this and he's in police station right now. Chibuzo Erikife is threatening my life. I don't want the marriage anymore. And also, I'm happier that no, oh yeah, chum, I'm not giving me fair. He said that to my face, and I've been living in fear since. His bride price is not on my head. The day they came to marry me, they forgot to pay my bride price, and my family called them last 2 weeks ago to come and pay my bride price. Tell him not to harm my family, not to harm me or my family. This marriage is not working. I have tried everything possible to make this marriage work. The shoe is very tight on my leg. I cannot fit in. And I told him that I want to leave. And he said that if I leave him, he will buy me. This guy married me thinking that I have money to spend. When he came into my life, I thought it was all love. And I saw the way it was going. I was building this house when you came into my life, and I will finish it. Please, if you know you love me, I'm not asking you for money. Don't give me, and don't ask me. Let me just finish and concentrate on my life. Manamba, ever since then, all hatred. He will not even touch me. He will not even touch me as a woman. And I've complained to his family about this. Hasimu Wendy, no ye change. This guy is trying to life. I don't know what to do. And you go and petition a police station about it. We went to Lagos together. Lagos Munayaji together. I don't know. He ain't gonna be in Lagos. But I got there. I didn't even ask questions. I did the advert myself. The guy gave me money. Ego borom. Little money that I know that is not even up to my endorsement money. I took it. My husband wants that little money they gave to me. I told him that I will not give him that money. I will not give it to you. And when we were leaving, I took that money and put it in POS. He became so angry that he go in a POS. When we were going back, The guy gave him money just to make him happy. Nsi ya na biko, ego nke anwa ijiji ya kanjide nke.
Wow. Now, what was making me happy right now is the decision this lady took to herself. Like, unlike other ladies that nowadays they will just marry someone, he's threatening them, beating them, they will say, I love you. Okay. Like a joke I saw, a comedy, saying you bought a charm to charm your husband, I'll be your boyfriend. He end up beating you alone. Well done, tie and die. This is what we call tie and die. Let me allow my viewers to add their own opinion right now. Hello, good evening. Okay, I guess I lost my first call, but you can still call back. Thank you so much for calling in. And the way things are going on in our society right now, I can't say, because some women, despite the threats, despite the beating, despite the domestic violence they're facing in their marital home, they feel I'd rather die in it than to go out and bring shame to my family. No, it's not advisable. All right, I have a first caller with me here today. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Who is that?
Evening, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yes, I want to just give an advice. Let that woman carry the husband to the police station so that they can solve their problem.
All right, thank you so much for that wonderful advice. Okay, we had our first caller that said he just she has done that, which she did well. She opened up. That's why she's now calling to audience for help, for their prayers, for their support and all that. Hello, good evening.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, sir. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Adamawa State. My name is Tashi Bedre.
All right, Mr. Israel from Adamawa State. What do you have to say about this trend right now? Okay. I guess you will have to call back again, sir. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just as I'm saying, yeah, she did well, unlike some women out there right now, because I know she's not the only person facing all this. And especially these are celebrities. Most of them are facing all this kind of trauma in their houses. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yes,
what's your name and where are you calling us from?
Calling from Cross River State.
Okay, Kenneth from Cross River. What do you have to say about this trend right now? Okay, I guess the network is a bit bad. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Lawal from Niger State.
Okay, Lawal from Nyanya. What do you have to say about this trend right now?
Niger State.
Okay, from Niger State. What do you have to say about this?
The only advice I can give to the lady, they should let the two families, the family of the husband and the family of the wife, to meet and sit down and discuss.
Okay.
And so that if they can discuss, they will know the truth behind everything.
Yeah.
So if the marriage is not conducive for them, let everybody find his own way.
Wow.
So that is my advice.
Thank you so much for that wonderful advice. Wow. We just heard from our caller right now. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. All right, this caller just said that the lady should call the both families, both her family and his family, to sit together and iron things. If the wedding is not going to work, then they should call it off. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Angela. I'm calling from Ogun State.
All right, Angela, what do you have to say about this trend right now?
What I have to say is that they should call the two families, both the women family and the men family. They should come together and know if they can settle the issue. That is what I have.
Thank you so much for that wonderful opinion.
And I want to appreciate her for also coming out to speak out for herself.
Thank you so much, ma, for calling. Wow.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Laurie, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kogi State.
Okay, what do you have to say about this trend right now?
My advice is that let the two family meet and settle them. Instead of go police station.
Okay. Wow, thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful advice. Thank you. Wow. Wow. We heard from them. They said yes. That's a wonderful opinion. I love this comment coming in. A lot of people are making a wonderful advice by saying let the two families come together to settle this because they just tied the knot April this year. That is to say the wedding is not up to 3 to 4 months and all these issues just start. All right, I have another caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, what's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Rashida calling from Abuja.
All right, Rashida from Abuja. What do you have to say about this trend right now?
Marriage is not by force. They cannot be together. Let them separate.
Thank you so much for the one.
Marriage is not doing or die affair. Let them separate. They cannot be together. To the extent of husband selecting a woman, if you have gotten to a place that you cannot be handled.
Wow. That's serious.
Let them separate if they cannot continue.
All right.
If the woman is in the house that where the shoe that know where he's sending to. So let them separate.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Rashida, for that wonderful call. All right. Hello. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Chika.
Chika, all right.
I'm calling from Kogi State.
Okay, Chika from Kogi State. What do you say about this trend right now?
The advice I want to give you is that man married the girl because of her money.
Okay, because of her money.
Let them separate, or they will end up killing that woman.
Wow, that's a wonderful comment there. Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful comment.
Thank you.
Yeah, you see, another opinion just come from Mr. Chika. He said this guy actually married her for her money. Yeah, I feel there's a bit of it in it because she's an actress, she's well known, and she's making the money, wonderful, cool money. So definitely. Hello, good evening. All right, viewers, please, when you want to call in, try to turn down the volume of your TV so we'll get to communicate well and I'll get to hear what you have to say about this wonderful story that I'm just giving right now. All right, now, just as my callers are calling to air their own opinion, I have another SMS from a number here. They said, but why did she marry him? Okay. Yeah, for love, definitely love is there. She married him because she loves him. Hello, good evening. Hello. Please turn down the volume of your TV set, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, just as we're discussing about this lady, she did the right thing, yeah. Unlike some other ladies that just want to stay back, as for me, if I was her, yeah, she did the right thing by taking to police station. But she should just file in a divorce. Yeah. It will be better for her to just divorce the guy because I don't think they are meant to be together. That's why all this thing is happening. Hello, good evening. Evening, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, I'm calling from Kaduna State.
Alright, what do you have to say about this trend right now?
Yes, the two families supposed to meet so that they can call the man. He's the man in question now. Since he has trained her, he's threatening her life to kill her. So they have to summon him, call him and sit him down, let them know from him why he's threatening her. Then after all is being settled, if they can settle, they should settle. Then after settling, then he also should also pay her bride price because as I can see, he's not her husband now because she said that he hasn't paid her bride price. So I think by doing that, it will make him more responsible. if really he wants her to be his wife. That's my advice.
All right, thank you so much for that beautiful advice. Wow. Yeah, they just tied the knot, which is just a traditional marriage. Yeah, they did that. I know some cultures will say you have to tie the knot traditional way, and then when you're done with that, the wife have to be pregnant before they come and pay your bride price. That is some traditions for you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, what's your name and where are you calling us
Yes,
from?
my name is Kenneth Unoy. I'm calling from Cross River State.
Okay, Mr. Kenneth from Cross River. What do you have to say about this?
My suggestion is that the both parties should go to Zion Honor Ministry
Okay.
for Ebuka Obi, because some things you are looking so, it may be spiritual. Then even though they go to DPO or any other higher police station, they can discuss, but they don't know what is behind it. So if the both party will go and consult God and ask God, then from there the other things will do, including the bride price. I have a case that up to now they have walked from one police to the other. It's between husband and wife. But I discovered that if the God is not intervened for them to seek God first, I don't think that those things can work. If they lie, they should go to IPO.
That's a wonderful comment out there, Mr. Kenneth.
So I pray that the two parties should go to Lagos and meet Ebuka Obi.
Okay, thank you so much.
So that they will go to open courts.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kenneth, for that wonderful opinion. That's a wonderful comment out there and advice from Mr. Kenneth. He said it can be spiritual. Yes, that's where spiritual comes in. So, and at the same time, when people are preparing marriage, they forget God aside it. Some pray, some don't. They just want to see that D-Day coming. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? All right, please. I know you want to call, but you have to turn down the volume of the TV. Thank you so much for calling in. Yeah, at some point, I believe these things has to do with spirituality, because there are some issues that don't just happen, just as Mr. Kenneth said. He said that some can be physical, it's spiritual. So before even consulting any station, pray over it. When it doesn't work, that's where you think of the next step to do. That's why you always have plan A and plan B. Your first plan is God, second plan is others. So let's just have that at the back of our mind. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Samuel, calling from River State.
All right, Mr. Samuel from Benue. So what do you say about this trend right now?
They are incompatible. It is the man that is supposed to cater for the wife. The man is the head of the family. He is supposed to give to the wife. The wife is there to support him. Now he married him because he knows the lady has money. So he start the writing. If the man should find something doing, or they should terminate the marriage.
Wow, that's a wonderful comment out there, Mr. Samuel. Thank you so much for your comment. Wow. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Franca.
All right, Miss Franca or Mrs. Franca, please can you turn on the volume of your TV set so we can get to
I'm
hear
calling
you?
from the Kotu area.
Okay.
Governor area precisely.
All right, Miss Franca or Mrs. Franca, please. I know you want to call, but please you have to turn down the volume of your TV so we'll get to hear you better. You can't be hearing yourself while you're talking. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Evening, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Amira calling from Kaduna State.
All right, Amira from Kaduna State. What do you have to tell us about this trend? Okay, I guess I lost Amira. Hello, good evening.
I guess I lost Amira. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
I guess I lost
Hello, good
Amira.
evening.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
All right. Okay. If you can't reach us by calling, you can just send an SMS. Okay, we'll get to read your SMS also. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Joy.
Okay, Joy. What do you have to say about this wonderful trend right now?
All right. What I have to say is that this lady said she is not married to him. He hasn't paid his bride price. So she is not married to him. So she should divorce him. They have nothing to do together. So she should not put herself inside whether not trouble or should I say I don't know. So she should divorce him. They are not married.
Okay. Wow. Thank you so much for that beautiful comments, Joy. Wow. I have an SMS here. It said, please, I want to know if both of them are born again Christians. If they are, they should ask God for mercy. He is able to settle all things around for their good. Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful SMS. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all of these things happening, yes, they are not compatible, they are compatible, they should pray to God. Yeah, it's a beautiful comment. Thank you so much for your comments and thank you for airing out your own opinion out there. Thank you so much for watching Some TV. Keep watching Some TV as we bring you latest stories and latest trends happening on social media. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next story for today, which will be the last for the day. All right, my story goes this way. Woman called mass protest against WAEC after child fails English alleged midnight exams. Wow. Is this touching? No. A Nigerian woman has called for mass protest against WAEC after her child failed English, claiming that the exams was conducted at midnight. This was revealed in a post shared on X, formerly Twitter. In the video attached to the post, the woman voiced her frustration, urging mothers across the country to rise up and demand accountability for WAEC. She alleged that the majority of students who sat for the year's WAEC examination failed, particularly in core subjects like English and mathematics, and blamed the examination body for poor coordination. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the video.
Abiyamọ ẹ bọ́ta o, ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ẹ jáde o, ó dàbí páyé WAEC ayé wọn fẹ́ bàjẹ́, ayé wọn fẹ́ pọ̀ lùmùkùṣù báyìí o, ẹ bọ́ síta o, gbogbo subject àwọn ọmọ yẹn, àwọn ọmọ tó pàṣẹ òpọ̀, most àwọn ọmọ wọn fail maths and English, ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣá? Ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà táwọn ọmọ ń parí tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ maths, tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ English, nírọ̀lẹ́ tó ń parí ẹ̀ láago mọ́kànlá alẹ́ táwọn ọmọ wọlé ní aago mọ́kànlá alẹ́ ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo WAEC ọdún yìí kò bọ́ sí rárá ẹ̀yin abiyamọ ẹ jẹ́ bọ́ta kẹ́ ṣí ẹ̀kẹ́ láìkì kẹ́ jẹ́ kájọ pariwo fún wọn kó tètè ya mọ̀ kan tí wọ́n máa ṣe ẹ jẹ́ kájọ bọ́ta báyìí kó tètè ya mọ̀ kan tó máa ṣe ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mo náà ti ṣẹ̀zámù lóru mo náà ti ṣẹ̀zámù lálẹ́ gbogbo WAEC táwọn ọmọ yẹn ṣe kò sí èyí tó dá ń bẹ̀ kò dá rárá lórí máàsì ò dá English ò dá ẹ̀wọ̀n tó bá dákẹ́ tara wọ́n bá dákẹ́ o ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo abiyamọ ẹ jẹ́ ká ètè káyà bọ́ta má ní pé kò kàn ẹ́ o tí ó bá kọ́ ẹ lọ́dún yà kọ́ ẹ lọ́dún tó ń bọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa kájọ bọ́ta kẹjẹ́ kájọ pariwo lé wọn lórí ẹ ṣí ẹ kó go viral kó lọ káàkiri àjèrè àwọn ọmọ wa o nǹkan yìí ọmọ èmi kú ọmọ èmi lọ́gbẹ́ ògùn jẹ kí ló dé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣé a gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ wa tún ròyìn kó tún máa kọ́ wa lójú gbogbo ẹbí ọmọ ẹbọ síta o ẹ má ní pé kòkò yín o nǹkan tí jáàmù WAEC ṣe tí WAEC ṣe lọ́dún yìí kò ń ṣe nǹkan gidi rárá kò bọ́ sí gbogbo ìtẹ̀síjókòó ẹ lọ́mọ WAEC ọmọ yín o ẹ lọ wò ó maths and English wọn báyìí wọ́n fọ̀jẹ́ ńgbà tó wọ́n ṣe maths and English tó jẹ́ pàgọ́ mọ́kànlá ni wọ́n parí maths and English.
Wow. You know, though the woman is speaking in Yoruba, the story is that the fact that a lot of our SS3 students, those ones that just passed out, they just finished their SSCE, that should be 2 months back from now. A lot of them fail maths and English, and without maths and English, I don't think you can go to any university or you can even get admission into the university or polytechnic. And a lot of students fail, some pass, some just got credit. So now this woman here right now, she's calling out mothers nationwide to protest against the failure. So my question is, I want to know, is it the parents that will be blamed or the student or SSCE? Yeah, we know at some point, some schools have to stay late night writing that same SSCE. But the thing is, I don't think it was on English Day that they spent at night writing. Yeah, to me, that's my own opinion and my own take. Because if you are writing an SSC, you should know that you are supposed to start preparing ahead. As a lot of students don't read, they just believe that yes, there's past questions. Yeah, the past questions help, which it will guide you. That past questions to me is a guidance that will guide you to whatsoever understanding you need to have and the knowledge. And then at the same time, that past questions, some of them are repeated in the SSCE. But you see, a lot of students are still failing WAEC. It's not just now. I believe at times you see student failing. This year, student will pass WAEC. Next year, student will fail WAEC. And then another year, people will get admission. Another year, people will not get admission. So this world is confusing at times, because things happening right now, and it's just like, I just want to have to buy rice today. Maybe I bought rice for 2,000 naira, 1 mood. Tomorrow, I need to go get another 1 measurement of rice, and they'll tell me it's 3,000. That's how life in general is. Concerning this student failing their WAEC, I don't know who to be blamed though, because I feel bad for those students that fail. Yeah, I really feel bad for them, and I hope they will pick it up. Failure is not the end of life. That's one thing I believe. If you are a failure today, that doesn't mean you won't rise. Some people recite exams more than 3-4 times, yeah, before they pass the final one. Some people pass WAEC once. Some have to write it more than 5-6 times. At some point, some people will give up. Yeah, because some will say school is not their calling. So let me hear from my first caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Evening, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Akure.
All right. So what do you have to say about this trend?
Yeah. I just want to say concerning this WAEC issue. Actually, I think our students are not reading as they should. And that is why you have all this failure or all these things coming up, because you can imagine when you are marking English language and what you get is an AI generated essays that are written by majority of the students who wrote for that English. In some of the centers they are using the AI generated essays. They are writing AI generated essays, and you want to. Is that the way to move the nation forward? Is that the way to move education forward? So we should not just be blaming WAEC all the time, all these examination bodies, just like that. We need to also look inward. Some of these students are not doing what they are supposed to do. So, and I remember, one of my cousins, two of our daughters wrote this. They got E8 in English language, and I asked why. Okay, and he passed all the other papers, and he can't get admission. And I asked why did they sit for JAM? for NECO, he said that the uncle that enrolled them told them not to, that he's sure that they will get a pass in, or at least a credit in English language, which means that the person who was talking that one has something at the back of his mouth, of his mind, that maybe they are going to help the students. Because they have two alternatives, either WAEC or NECO. But here we have somebody now who is telling their students not to enroll for NECO. And you can see now that has wasted those students their time now. And are we going to be blaming the examination bodies for that one? So that is what I just want to contribute to this your discussion.
Wow, thank you so much for this beautiful comment. Yeah, we don't blame the exam bodies for this. And again, yes, AI, artificial intelligence, has really affected our students a lot. Like a lot. Every small thing, someone will just go to AI, search for it. Yeah, we know they said the world is becoming a global village, but we should also remember that some things we have to do them because we are taught. At some point, people don't just do things the way they want. They feel I can just do it. I type it right now. Yeah, before people use dictionary, goggles to browse. But now with the artificial intelligence, that's the AI, a lot of students just relax. They'll give you homework. You feel like, I have the whole day, at least in just a second. Once I type, AI will generate everything for me. Yeah, it's a good one. But at the same time, we should know that we have to advise our younger ones, our brothers and sisters, our sons and daughters, that they should have to learn to read. They should have to learn to read, because this is really affecting them and it's affecting the society at large. Now you can imagine, just as this our caller said, he said his siblings failed and they didn't register for NECO, which is very poor. That's why it's advised, register for the both WAEC and NECO. You can never predict if you get all A's or all B's or all C's in your WAEC. So the NECO is there at least when you don't have a subject there, you have in one. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Okay, I just lost a caller. Maybe if you can call in, you can just send an SMS and I will get to read it out for our viewers out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of students fail WAEC this year, and sorry to say, failure is not nothing for our youth watching. Failure is like another step to make you grow better. Yeah, because they will say, if you fail, that doesn't make that's the end of your life. No, you strive to rise up again. So for our parents, our mommies and daddies, if your child fail WAEC, please don't get mad at them. But you should encourage them to read and study hard. So they should recite it. Yeah, I know reciting of WAEC is not funny because you spend extra money. Yeah. And it's not advisable after going to dance in school. Yeah, I'm done with 6 years, heading to university to study for 4-5 years course. And you see yourself after doing all the graduation cakes, snapping pictures, you're coming back to receipt exams. Even in universities, it's not sweet. Because after dancing 4 years, you come back, you see you have a carryover. Yeah, that doesn't mean that is the end of you. But if you go back, you do better than what you did in the beginning. Yeah, because I believe some people recite exams, and if they go back to recite it, the result used to be very fine and perfect than the first exams they wrote. So just calm down, parents, mommies and daddies. No need for protesting, and let's just accept, let's just say it's a fate. Yeah, because some things happen in our lives, they're just meant to happen, not that we planned it for it to happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he said in every beginning there must be an end. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will draw the curtain here for today's episode on What's Trending. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Some TV and on YouTube at Some TV Live for other lineups of program. I still remain your anchor for this wonderful program on What's Trending, Teresa Ayuba Duse, aka Tessie Stone. Do have a wonderful evening.
When a tanker bearing